Hey loves, it's your girl Katrina. If you are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. If you are a returner, thank you for coming back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a full face of Fenty. I'm excited to do this video because I never really did an initial Fenty review when it first launched. Even when some of the other products launched, I never really did reviews on them. So I'm excited because I get to do like a full-on Fenty beauty review for you guys. And also I'm going to be including the new SUNSTALK'R bronzers and 2 of the new Killawatt highlighters for you guys, because I know that's why y'all are here. They have been everywhere. They are bomb. People are posting pictures of them, so I'm excited to try them out as well. But before we get started in this video, go ahead and subscribe if you are not subscribed yet. Go ahead, click the button, please. I would really appreciate it. And at the end of this video, if you enjoyed it, then go ahead and give your girl a thumbs up. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So to prime my face, I'm gonna be using my Mercier Hydrating Foundation Primer. I know that Fenty can be a little bit on the drier side. I have combination skin, so I'm gonna do something a little bit more hydrating instead of those 2 combinations that I usually do with my Bobbi Brown. And this, I'm just gonna be using this one. Laura Mercier, I'm sorry, I know this is about Fenty, but Laura Mercier has like, I don't know, I've just been like really loving their products. So if you see like in my regular videos that I'm using a lot of Laura Mercier, I don't know, I've just been like loving it. So for foundations, I have 2 foundations right here in front of me. Now, when I first started using Fenty, I was using the Fenty 450. Now, she recently came out with a couple more shades and like in between shades, and there's a 445. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to be using either 450 or 445. I'm gonna swatch them really quick on my chest. I know that I never really did like a Fenty, like an initial Fenty beauty review when the foundations came out and even when the concealers came out, so this is kind of like my little like Fenty introduction to my channel. So I'm going to swatch 445 first. Okay, we're gonna do that one right there, and I think that's my shade. Sorry guys, my nail is broken, so don't judge me. But so this is, I'm gonna blend out the 445. Yeah, you can definitely see that that one is just beat this into the chest with this one. Okay, so I actually went and found my 430 foundation, so let's try, I already took 2 spots, so we'll do it. I feel like I have a little bit more room on this side. This one is 430C, but then that looks too light. But I do know that it does oxidize and dry down a little. Yeah, that's like, because this one's a little, like it oxidized a little bit darker. So depending on how 430 oxidizes, I think 430 is gonna be my shade. That one just matches way better. I'm glad I went and grabbed that one. So okay, we are gonna go with 430 instead. Dang, I jumped like 2 shades down. I thought it was 440 and I'm really 430. Okay. I actually have the little Fenty sponge, so I'm gonna be using that to blend this out. Wow. Okay, let's see. Alright, so what do we think? I feel like it actually looks really good. Like chest, well, like matching to my chest. This is like the perfect match. I'm sorry, there's a mirror in front of me, so if I'm not looking, I'm sorry. But I feel like this one matches my chest. Now the only problem with that is the concealers that I have are darker. Now I have the 430 one that matches this. I don't know if it matches, but I think they're supposed to go together. So I am just going to use that one and see what happens. But the one that I always use is the 445, and then on top of that I use the 430. So I'm curious to see how this is gonna work. So I have the 445 and then the 430. Now the 445 is kind of like a cooler toned one. I'm gonna show you guys. It's like a cooler toned kind of. Now the 430 is more like golden, so you can see the difference. Now my only thing with that is because this base is a little bit lighter, I usually go more warm cooler because the outsides of my face are a little bit more red, so I'm just concerned because this one is lighter, so we'll see, we shall see. So I'm gonna go with just 430. It sucks that like I had to go through this whole process and Fenty Beauty came out like forever ago, but it's just the, oh, okay, we're fine. The people at the Sephora where I live, they don't know jack squiddly squat. I'm going to be using one of their Precise sponges to blend out my concealer. Now, I usually don't really use sponges. You guys know that, like, I really just like brushes. But I feel like sometimes, like, when a company has a product, I like to, you know, just like give it a try, you know, and try it out. Okay. I'm just not a fan of sponges, especially because they have to be dampened, and I feel like for me, because I have combination skin, that the water, or it's just like it being damped, and then the product, and then my skin, it kind of just makes me like really, really dry. So, and it like absorbs a lot of the product, and then I just end up having to go over it again anyway. So I feel like I would just rather use a brush. But wow, I like this. It actually looks really good. It is making me look a little bit light. If she had like a 435, that would be my shade. Like this one's perfect and it matches perfectly to my chest. But then you have to think of when the concealer and the powder and everything goes on, it's probably going to come out a little bit lighter. So that's my only concern. I probably could have did the 445, but so I really like the way the base looks. Like I look real like flawless. I do look a little light, but I feel like once I contour and bring some of that like warmth back into my face, then we should be a-okay. I kept thinking to myself, like, Fenty doesn't have contour, she doesn't have contour, no contour. But there is. It's the damn match sticks. So I didn't pick them up because I'm a dickhead. But I do have two of the concealers that are darker. I have the 450 and then the 460. So I'm just trying to use one of these. I figure since a 450 is too dark for me, and if it's gonna oxidize and kind of have that same type of tone, then I can just go ahead and use the 450 to contour and bring some color back in my face. I feel like I look a little bit olive right now on camera, but in person it's like, girl. So yeah, I'm gonna go with 450. I'll swatch them though so you guys can see them. This is kind of like my initial, that's 450 Fenty Beauty review all in one. And then this one is, let me make sure, 460. I think I'm gonna go with 460. 450, yeah, I'm gonna go with 460. Like, I know this isn't a contour, it's a concealer, but we gotta make do with what we got. Okay, I don't know. I'm scared. I think that looks, I think it looks okay. I think it looks okay. I wish I had the matchstick. It would have just made my life a lot more easier. But you see, like, it looks a little, you look a little contoured. Okay, so you can see a little bit of that 460 concealer. I know it's not a contour, it's a concealer. It's a little bit lighter than what the 460 would actually be if it was the foundation, but that's fine because that's what these bronzers will hopefully fix. So we'll get to that in a little while, but right now I'm gonna look like a little Easter egg. So let's go ahead and move on to powdering our face. So I have two of the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter setting powders. So I have coffee and then I have a nutmeg. Now when I initially did the video for my concealer and the powders, something went wrong when I got to the powders, and I didn't even post a video because I just didn't like the way I came out. But I think that was because obviously I was using the wrong foundation. So now that we have what I think, let me know what y'all think of what I think is the right foundation. I'm gonna try the powders again. So I have coffee, a cool dark tone setting powder. So that's not gonna work for me. That's a little bit too dark. And then I also got sent nutmeg. Now nutmeg, I think she's the one. Yeah, nutmeg is more warm kind of. So, oh shit. We are gonna be using the nutmeg color. This is what it kind of looks like, so you can get a better idea. Now I'm just gonna continue to use that sponge, and I'm just going to take it on the back of the sponge, and we are gonna set. But in the other video, it turned red, and I looked a mess, and I was just like, yeah, no, I can't use this. This isn't right. So I do like these sponges though. Okay, Fenty. So I'm gonna take just a little bit of the what's left extra on the back of a brush and kind of just. Okay, so I think it worked this time. Last time I'm telling you guys I look like a tomato. It did not look right. I looked all types of jacked up, messed up. So I'm gonna do my brows really quick and then I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so the reason why y'all are here is because Fenty Beauty came out with some bronzers. So these are the Fenty Beauty SUNSTALK'R bronzers, instant warm. So really quick before we get into the bronzers, I'm going to explain what a bronzer actually is. So I think people really confuse a bronzer and a contour. So a contour is going to create a shadow and give you more of that defined cheekbone, sharper jawline, as to a bronzer is really just going to add warmth to your face. It's not really going to create, I mean, unless you're a lighter complexion and you're using a bronzer that's way darker, then you can get away with using it as a contour, maybe. When you're a woman of color though and you're using a bronzer, it's really just gonna add warmth to your face. So if you're looking for that shadow, then I would suggest just a contour. You can use the bronzer but go over the deeper parts of your face with a contour. Bronzer is just gonna warm it up, give you a little bit more glowy. If you don't want that harsh contour, I would go with a bronzer because that's just gonna give you a subtle warmth and just make your face look so beautiful, perfect for summertime, you know, if you want those glowy type of looks, bronzer is perfect. Okay, so these already released. I know your girl is a little bit late. I was sick, so unfortunately. So I have 3 of the SUNSTALK'R bronzers in front of me. So this is the Caramel Cutie. You guys can see what it looks like. I'm swatching the back of my hand. Obviously not a bronzer for me. It's a little too light, hence the name Caramel too. So this one right here is the Cocoa Naughty. Sounds like Illuminati. Then we're gonna do, yeah, you see how subtle they are. They're not really gonna be bam, harsh in your face the way a contour would be. Oh yeah, Mocha Mommy's probably, oh, she is, oh my god. This is Mocha Mommy. Now this is probably the most beautiful bronzer that I have seen. This is the perfect shade for me. For me, this is the perfect shade. Okay, but yeah, that is perfect. Yeah, okay, so let's see if it does the trick. Wow, you can definitely see it right off. Oh yes, I needed that because I was looking like an Easter egg. Oh yes. It just like adds such warmth. I really like this shade. I also have two of the new Killawatt highlighters. We have a Penny For You Thoughts. Then we have the Duo, which is the afternoon snack, and Mo Money. But these are the two. You can kind of see this one's a little bit more dull compared to this one, which has a little bit more shine and sparkle to it. So these are the two right here. But the one that I have been seeing everywhere and it just looks so beautiful even in person is Penny For You Thoughts. Man, look how beautiful. Let me get as close as I can so you guys can really understand. Come on, focus, baby, focus. Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus? And she's foil, so that means like she has like glitter reflex. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Yo, she's pretty. I wish you guys could really see how gorgeous. So she's there slightly because it's coppery. It kind of is blending into the bronzer. So what I'm gonna do, oh yeah, see, like you can see her. I'm gonna go all the way with the Mo Honey just to add a little. I'm gonna take it higher up on the cheekbone so it kind of adds like a double. You see how like that just intense it way more and it's way more noticeable. So now that we are all like highlighted and bronzed, I usually do those steps last, but I wanted to focus on that because I know that's the real reason why you're here. So now we're gonna move on to the eyes. I told you this is gonna be like a full face Fenty. So we are going to be using the Moroccan Spice palette. I already primed my lids with the 430 concealer. So the first color that I wanna go into is gonna be this color down here. Wearing a smaller brush. This is a Morphe M573 brush. We're just gonna pack that on the lid. Next, we're gonna go into this color down here. And this is a Morphe M433 brush. And then the next color that we are gonna go into is this color up here. And my brush is wet, just to let you know. So I just went ahead and finished the rest of the look off camera. Just added some lip liner and lip gloss because I don't have any Fenty Beauty lip products, unfortunately. So we just finished with the eyes, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I always wanted to do a full face of Fenty Beauty, so I'm glad that I actually have the opportunity to do that because I have enough products to do that. I'm happy that I got to find out my foundation shade. I think it looks really, really good. I'm happy that I figured that out because at first I was just like, I really can't use Fenty. I really don't, you know, like the foundation just doesn't work for me. So I'm happy that I found my shade because everything else on the other products, they just look so good together. And the new bronzers, the SUNSTALK'R bronzers, bomb. I love them. I would definitely recommend them. They look really, really good. Like, it's just like the perfect blend. It just makes me look all like smooth and flawless. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. Don't forget that the new products that I use, the SUNSTALK'R bronzer and then the new 2 Killawatt highlighters, are already available. They launched April 5th. I know I'm like a week late, but I would definitely check them out. Go swatch them at Sephora. I think that they are worth it. They are really good, especially the bronzers. I'm like obsessed. Go into Sephora, try them out. I love them and I would recommend them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button. And if you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did recording it for you guys, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and I cannot wait to see you guys next time.